Hi everybody, so today in Photoshop I'm going to show you how to swap something out from one image and put it into another. I use this technique usually when I'm dealing with large groups of people, especially if there are kids involved, because sometimes it's hard to get everybody to look at the camera at the same time. It's hard to get everybody smiling. When that happens, I take the heads off of the bodies from one image and I put them onto the bodies of the other image. So today I have a picture of a bride with her bridesmaids. In this photo you can see that she's happy, she's smiling, but in this one you can see that her smile has slipped a little bit. She looks a little strained. I much prefer the way she looks in this image, so I'm going to take it and put it on the other one. To do that, I'm going to drag this image down. I'm going to come over to my taskbar. I'm going to select my lasso tool and I'm going to draw a large circle around her head. Now I'm going to change to my move tool here and I'm going to drag and drop onto the other image. Now I'm done with this photo down here. I'm going to minimize it out of my way, and as you can see it's not sized properly. It looks a little ridiculous. So with layer 2 here still selected, I'm going to reduce the opacity down to 50% so that I can see both images. And I'm going to now press Control T for transform, and I'm going to come up and lock the width and the height. Now I'm going to use her glasses here as a guide, and I'm going to resize until they're as close as I can get them. Alright, that looks pretty good. So I'm going to press enter, and I'm going to line the image up down here based on the points that are going to touch from the old photo to the new selection, while still keeping her head as close as possible. Alright, I think that's pretty good. Now I'm going to come back over here to my opacity. I'm going to increase it back up to 100. There, so as you can see, she now has a new head. That's the good news. The bad news is that we have all this overlap from the old photo. We have to get rid of that now. So we're going to come down here. We're going to create a new layer mask. And as you can see, with a white background, we're going to come over, select a brush, make sure that we have black foreground. We'll zoom in a little bit closer so we can see where we're working. Increase the size of our brush, and now we're going to paint away that new selection where we don't want it. It's important also that you paint along the edges of the selection, otherwise it can look very fake. We'll come back and fix it up a little bit better when we're done. Alright, there we go. Now I'm going to come in, I'm going to zoom in on her arm here. You can see that there's a little bit of overlap between the two layers. So we're going to lower the size of our brush, and we're going to carefully try to line them up as best as we can. Now if you find that you want to paint back some of the original, you're just going to come over here to your color selection. You're going to reverse it so it's a white foreground on a white background, and that will allow you to paint back the original selection. I liked it the way it was, so I'm going to just put that back. Alright, now let's check over here as well. Let's see. Now her hair, you can see she has a little bit of ghosting on the hair here, so we're going to again lower the size of our brush, and we're just carefully going to brush away. There we go. So let's zoom out. And there you have it, a very quick way to transform one head or transfer one head onto another photo.